All right, his one event on this night. He will swim again tomorrow night when we'll be with you for more from Santa Clara on Universal. And here comes Michael Phelps with the unfathomable career resume, but looking forward now to another Olympics in Rio. He's going to swim next to a new training partner of his as we look at the rest of this field. These are Olympians. Charlie Houchin, part of a relay medal winning team in the London Games, a veteran. Same with Matt McLean, who will come out of lane 2, both now 26. Michael Phelps, who came in at 1:49.6 in his prelim time. We'll get to the perhaps target here in a second with Rowdy. And here's the man right next to him, Yannick Agnel, who is the Olympic champion, the reigning world champion, and now swims and trains at the North Baltimore Club alongside Phelps and so many others. Clay Youngquist, Longhorn athletic swimmer, strong NCAA record in lane 5. And now here's another man. You saw him, his place in the World Cup standings, the Grand Prix standings, Connor Dwyer, swimming out of lane 6. Mitch D'Arrigo, a 19-year-old native of Italy, University of Florida, swimmer in lane 7. Back to another veteran Olympians and World Championships, Connor Yeager comes out of lane 8. And out of lane 9 from Finland and the Dynamo Swim Club in Georgia, Matthias Koski.
Heck of a field here, Ted. 6 Olympians. You've got the reigning Olympic champion, Yannick Agnel, who is swimming with Michael at North Baltimore, has come to this country to swim. Will still represent France. They will not swim against each other this summer in any major competition. Agnel will swim at the European Championships. Phelps, if he makes it, will swim at the Pan Pacific Championships a little bit later on this summer.
All right, that'll be in Australia. Let me just say this, as you see Phelps going up fast, Rowdy, balance the goal here for Michael Phelps, winning the race versus a time. What do you think his goal is?
I think time is everything right now. Nobody's going to remember who won the Grand Prix in Santa Clara in the summer of 2014, especially Michael. But even though he loves to win, although he may hate to lose as much as he loves to win, he's really about time. What the clock's going to look like. I loved his 100 freestyle yesterday. He looked beautiful in that, had great front end speed, had a great back end half of that 100 freestyle. So I think his freestyle actually is looking a little better than his butterfly, believe it or not. Very solid going out. He's going to not flip first, but still 52.5 on the way out, hanging right there with the Olympic champion.
Right, just 4 100ths difference, and Connor Dwyer right on their tail. And now the fans, and they've been obviously so anticipating seeing Missy Franklin and seeing Michael Phelps tonight, the one and only race.
Well, this is where this 200 could play a little bit of havoc on both Agnel and Phelps because of the fact that they came off of that altitude training. So look at somebody else maybe to kind of slip in there, although Connor Dwyer in lane number 6 also came off of altitude training. So you've got 3 North Baltimore guys right there, stroke for stroke.
Well, Agnel has the edge. Phelps, again, as Rowdy said, can he chase him down? But this is a strong swimmer, and Agnel's going to hold him off. And Yannick Agnel will win. The race now is for 2nd place, and Phelps does win that as he edges out Connor Dwyer. And then comes the measure. You see Agnel's time, 46.99. Michael Phelps comes in at 48.2, 1:48.2.
Not bad, Ted. I know everybody's thinking, well, that's, gosh, he's 6 seconds off his best time, not even a top 10 time in the world. Are you kidding me? This is first 200 that he swam in a competition this year, coming off that hard training. There's the 100 turn. You had 2 guys right there, at least early on. There's Connor Dwyer, who starts to slip in there. He gets 3rd with a solid 48 low. Here are those 3 guys right there starting to get into swimming that last 50. That's where it comes down to. And again, Agnel, who did not have a good 100 yesterday, kind of got over the hump a little bit. He needs a few extra days to kind of recover from that. Not used to that altitude training like these other guys, and really had a really good 200 here, 146 plus. But even Agnel, 46.99, Ted, that's still not a top 10 time in the world. A lot of fast swimmers right now.
Right, Rowdy, just outside the top 10. And your point well taken. Agnel was 5th in the 100 free here last night. He does win by over a second in the 200. You see the times for Phelps and for Dwyer. And Michael Phelps, if you want to say 49.6 was his prelim time, that would shaved some seconds off of his Charlotte swim, and now comes in at 48.2. So Yannick Agnel continues, and just 22 years old, he continues to set this standard. Agnel, by the way, just celebrated his 22nd birthday a couple of weeks ago. All right, and Yannick Agnel has now joined us. Yannick, congratulations on that win.
Hey, thank you.
What was the difference for you swimming the 200 tonight as opposed to the 100 last night?
Good night of sleep, and I mean, that's my main event, so I'm mastering this more than 100, I guess.
Is it a good measuring stick, Yannick, to have Michael out there and Connor, two guys that you're training with on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, I mean, we were 5 out of 10 tonight in the final from the same team, pretty much. So that was really cool. That's like a training session, you know, like in practice. That was cool.
Michael, can you hear me? This is Rowdy.
Yeah,
hey,
I got you.
Well, are you starting to narrow down what you want to try to swim in 6 weeks in Irvine? I know that's your first 200 in a competition this year, at least a big competition like this.
Yeah, I got left like I was standing still in the last 50 by this guy. That wasn't really the funnest last 50 ever, but it felt good to get my first 200 under my belt, and you know, in a final at least. I guess doing the first one in Charlotte and then being able to get up and just race him. You know, I know every day in workout, like Yannick said, you know, it is always fun because we do always have somebody that's really going full force and really blasting fast times. So to be able to water and get into, I guess to be able to jump in tonight and just race them all, it was awesome.
What was it like training altitude? I know it's kind of a love-hate relationship you have with that.
Yannick
for the first time in a couple years. Yannick loves
I dig it. Totally love it.
Both of you guys, how do you like that and then coming down from it?
It's better to be at sea level, I'll say that. But I mean, I'm sure he can say it too. You know, you really do get a lot of work done there, and it's showing here. So, you know, hopefully we can build into the next couple weeks in the nationals, and then him for Europeans.
All right, Michael, Yannick, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You guys. That was very nice of both of them to join us at the same time. And Yannick Agnel with the win in the 200 free over Michael Phelps. Well, after a very short rest, Missy Franklin's coming back. She's going to try to double up with the 200 back. That's next.